Hello everyone, welcome to the Average Dad channel. Today, real quickly, we're going to locate strap buttons. This is a Telecaster, and the one thing about it is sometimes it's easier to drill with the neck off, but then it's easier to line up the bottom strap button with the neck on. So what I like to do right off the bat is just get the center line. What I found is what really works well is this tape measure, that's flexible tape measure. It's what you use for like fabrics and things like that. What I like to do is split the dots in half right on the fretboard, and that'll split the pickups in half also too. So there's a center hole on the pickups, and that'll split that center hole in half too, and then just go all the way down the guitar right on that point, and then that'll give you the halfway point right there. You can put a piece of tape on the end and mark it there. I'm just going to mark it with a Sharpie. Put a little piece of tape, might not be bad either. That'll keep the finish from chipping when you actually drill the hole. So I'm just going to do that. If there's a seam in the body, like if you could see the center seam in the body, if you have a clear finish, that'll work really nicely. You can kind of use that as a center line. This guitar is a solid body finish, so I don't have that luxury. You can use a piece of string too, like a piece of sewing string. That'll work. Of course, you want to get the halfway point vertically too on the body. But right now, I'm just going to get the center. So I'm going to split the body again. Split the inlays, split the so that should give me, I just draw a line down there to give me the halfway point. So once again, I'm just splitting the inlays and splitting the pickups. I'm on this half of it. I'm on this half. And then once I have the end point, you can see, then I'll just measure 1/2, and I can use this same measure, same thing. You can do it like this so you can see. Actually, centimeters work better. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 centimeters exactly. So that'll just give me 2 right on my mark. I just make a crosshatch. So that's 2 centimeters. 4 is total. There we go. Now for the other side, it is easier when you don't have the neck on, because I have to drill the hole. I do have a Dremel tool that I should be able to do it with. It should make it there. But what I like to do on a Telecaster also is I like to have the strap button just start to tilt in, because if you have a little bit of tilt in, it gives your strap a little bit of an angle to grab the strap button and stay connected. If you're like here or out here, the strap button is going to want to pop off, right? It's going to want to pop off. So here's vertical, and here's slightly, past vertical. So that's about where I want to be. So what I'll do is I'll just put a little piece of tape there, approximately where I want it to be. And so that's vertical. Vertical's right there, and that's slightly past vertical. So that's about where I want it to be, right there. So the strap button is just pointing a little bit past vertical. And then I'll just use my tape measure again. And it's nice. It works out. It's exactly, if you go from the edge to the edge, line it up, it's exactly 4 centimeters. So I'll just mark that. And 4 centimeters right on that dot. So there we go. There's my crosshatch. And I think I'll just leave the tape on there when I drill, because the tape will kind of protect the finish from chipping. And I'll use a Dremel for that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. One thing you want to make sure you do is take a caliper and measure the screw diameter. Okay. 111 thousandths, and make sure your drill is smaller. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4 thousandths smaller. So just make sure you do that. Here's my bit. I did set the depth. I just set it right inside the tool itself. You can put a piece of tape there if you like, but I'm just going to go down pretty close. I'm not going to touch. One thing about this is a variable speed Dremel. It's a little smaller than a drill, so I can actually fit it in here. I want to go about the same angle as the strap button is going to be for the drill. I don't want to drill like this because the strap button is going to mount at this angle. So I'm going to go ahead and drill these 2 holes, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and lift up the back of the guitar a little bit. There we go. Well, there's something called a chamfer bit, and what that does is kind of maybe just etch the side of my hole a little bit, so when I sink the screw in it doesn't chip the paint. I'll show you how that works. Okay, this is just an extra step. I don't know if you can see this or not. This is just like a bit called a chamfer bit, I believe. And it just kind of will make the hole a little bit larger here. I'm just going to do it by hand. I'm not going to use the drill. And all I'm going to do is kind of score the opening, so when I put the screw in, it doesn't chip the paint. It's just an extra step. And I don't think if you don't have one of these bits, you really don't have to do it, but I have one, so why not go ahead and do it. There we go. I like to use the washers. Protects the pit finish a little bit more. Okay. Oops. Gotta be careful doing that. You could scratch the guitar. I almost did. I didn't though, but I almost did. Let's get it started. Couldn't hurt to put like a little something protective there. Maybe like a rag or something to protect the guitar in case your screwdriver slips. Gee whiz. It's going in at a nice angle, just that angle that I wanted it to go. It's holding that angle. And those screws are perfect. And there it is. You can see it's at that slightly off vertical angle. I don't know if you can see it, hold on. There we go. And I'll just screw the one on the bottom and all done. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like.